Do you believe in ghosts? Because we are about to visit the most haunted places in the world. First, we arrive at the Manila Film Center in the Philippines. In 1981, the First Lady Imelda Marcos had the dream of making Manila the Cannes of Asia. She turned a 6-week construction project into a 72-hour one by employing 4,000 workers to rush the completion of the theater. Clearly, to rush a construction like this was a recipe for disaster. One night, just minutes before 3 a.m., the building collapsed, trapping many workers in wet cement. Some say this incident killed 7 people, while others say there were as many as 168 dead. Now here is where we begin our ghost story. The film center was soon built, but it's not the most welcoming. Many visitors and workers say they can hear creepy screams coming from inside the walls. Some experience cool breeze passing through, and others have shared sightings of men covered in cement. But the most scary experience came from taxi drivers, who have reported picking up a woman in bloodied clothes, asking for a lift to the hospital, only to see her disappear from the backseat shortly after. If the sound of bloody ghosts makes your heart racing, wait till we reach the next destination, the Port Arthur Peninsula in Australia. Between the 1830s and 50s, there was a prison created for some of the worst criminals. These criminals were made to wear hoods and masks and were forbidden from speaking to anyone as a form of psychological punishment. The prison guards used sign language with the prisoners to deprive them of human voices. This became so difficult for the convicts that many of them ended up murdering other inmates to achieve the death penalty as a punishment. You know what they say: spirits who were murdered do not rest easily. Do you believe in ghosts, or do you think they don't exist? This video would not be complete without talking about the creepy but also pitiful children's ghosts. Here is our next destination, the British School Museum in the UK, located on Dead Street. The Dead Street was named after hundreds living on that road died of the plague in the 1300s, and this cursed street had another tragedy strike in the 1800s, burning the school down and killing many children. It is for these disasters that many people believe the street is haunted. Some witnesses have heard footsteps in the corridors, laughters of children, and even felt taps on the shoulder. A street filled with so much tragedy and pain from the past? One thing for certain, Dead Street doesn't sound too good. Now it is time for the last and the most terrifying haunted place. The LaLaurie Mansion in New Orleans was a real-life house of horrors, where Delphine LaLaurie kept a secret torture chamber for her slaves. A well-known sadist, Laurie is said to have broken and rebroken the bones of her slaves who were kept in cages. She was a true monster. In 1834, a fire that broke out in the mansion led to the discovery of the buried skeletons. What they found were some of the most disgusting tortures a human could ever come up with. Tortures I cannot even describe because it would make you puke. Today, there are ghost city tours done in New Orleans, what many visitors believe to be the most haunted place in the world. And even a 3D mapping camera which maps out human figures also detected the presence of something paranormal. Night Fam, whether you believe in these stories or not, you cannot deny one thing, that there is more to humans than just flesh, that it is good to believe that we have souls and perhaps one day we will meet once again in another place. And to all of those who may be trapped in between of the world of living and the world of dead, let's hope sooner or later they will find their way out.